Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurin and I will be presenting question number 1. If Emma initial price was 50 and she sold 150 items, then she will make 7,500. Emma increased her price to 60, which caused the demand to decrease to 100 items a month. Then she would instead make 6,000. Were she to reduce her initial price to 40, then she will increase her quantity demand to 118 items a month. By increasing the cost, her customers were unable to afford as many items. By decreasing the cost, more customers were able to afford more of the items. For the elasticity for initial price is inelastic, for increased price is elastic, and for the decreased price is elastic. So let's move on to the first Roman question, which is based on your calculation, determine whether the demand for this item is price elastic or inelastic. For the first calculation is 100 minus 150 divide 150 times 50 divide 60 minus 50, and the answer is negative 1.65. For the next calculation is 118 minus 100 divide 100 times 60 divide 40 minus 60, and the answer is negative 2. For the two Roman question, explain the implication of the price elasticity value for Emma's boutique in terms of pricing, strategies and revenue generation. Price elasticity of demand is the when the percentage change in quantity demand relative to a 1% change in price. Since there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demand, the law of demand, and both change occur in the opposite direction, the calculation will always give a negative sign. Based on the calculation on question 1, Roman 1, both the calculation give the negative sign, which is the price is elastic.
Question 2 is about income elasticity analysis for Emma's boutique clothing item. There are income level, price per item, quantity demanded, revenue calculated by price times with quantity. For low income level, price is $50, quantity demanded 100 items, and revenue is $5,000. For moderate income level, price per item is $50, quantity demanded 150 items, and revenue is $7,500. For high income level, price is $50, quantity demanded 180 items, and revenue is $9,000. And the last one is very high income level. The price is also $50 per item, quantity demanded 200 items, and revenue is $10,000. As we can see here, the price per item for all income levels is perfectly elastic, which is at $50. For the first Roman, the question is calculate the income elasticity of demand for Emma's boutique clothing item by comparing the quantity demanded at the low income level with the moderate income level. Interpret whether the goods are normal or inferior based on the calculated income elasticity. So this question is asking for income elasticity of demand. So we're going to use the formula percentage changes in quantity demanded divided with percentage changes in income. At low income level, quantity demanded is 100 units, while moderate is 150 units. Income level at low is $5,000, while moderate is $7,500. So Q2 minus Q1 divide with Q1 times with Y1 divide with Y2 minus Y1. So for income elasticity of demand equal to 150 minus with 100, also divide with 100 times with 5,000 divide with 7,500 minus 5,000. So we're gonna got 0.5 times with 2, and the final answer is 1. So based on the calculation that we already made, we can clearly see that this is normal goods because the income elasticity of demand is no more than 1. For the second Roman, the question is based on the income elasticity result, classify Emma's boutique clothing item into different types of good, whether it is normal, inferior or luxury. Provide reasoning for your classification, considering the relationship between changes in income and the quantity demanded. Since Emma's boutique clothing income elasticity results are all equal to 1 according to all income level, it is classified into normal goods. What is normal good? Normal good is when there is an increase in income, quantity demanded will also increase. However, the amount increased in quantity demand is less than income. This can be proven by the calculation that we made earlier. The changes in quantity demand for Emma's boutique clothing is 0.5, which is less than changes in income, which is 2, which means the coefficient value is no more than 1.
Question number 3, which is the cross price elasticities of demand for several goods, where the percent quantity change is measured for the first good of the pair and the percent price change is measured for the second good. Cross price elasticity of demand, air conditioning units and kilowatts of electricity, negative 0.34, Coke and Pepsi 0.63, high fuel consuming sport utility vehicle negative 0.28, McDonald's burger and Burger King burgers 0.82, butter and margarine 1.54. We proceed to 1 Roman. Explain the sign of each of the cross price elasticities. What does it imply about the relationship between the two goods in question? Alright, the cross price elasticity of demand is positive when two goods are substitutes, and the cross price elasticity of demand is negative when two goods are complements. So air conditioning units and electricity are complements, so the sign is negative. Coke and Pepsi are substitutes, so the sign is positive. High fuel consuming sport utility vehicle are complements, so the sign is negative. Then McDonald's burger and Burger King burger are substitutes, so the sign is positive. Butter and margarine also substitutes, so the sign is positive. Second Roman, compare the absolute values of the cross price elasticities and explain their magnitude. For example, why is the cross price elasticity of McDonald's burger and Burger King burger less than the cross price elasticity of butter and margarine? Alright, when the absolute values of the cross price elasticity is higher, the degree of relatedness between the goods is also higher. We know that the cross price elasticity of demand is positive when two goods are substitutes. Therefore, a higher positive number means that the goods are very close substitutes. The cross price elasticity of Coke and Pepsi is 0.63, which is less than the cross price elasticity of McDonald's burger and Burger King burgers is 0.82. So, McDonald's burger and Burger King burger are closer substitutes.
My name is ULFAH binti SUKRI. So today I will present about the question number 4, which is consider a scenario in the market for a specific brand of the laptops. The price of the laptop increases from the $800 to the $900, leading a manufacturer to increase its quantity supply from 1,500 units to 1,800 units. So moving on for the first question, which is to calculate the price elasticity of the supply, and I'm using the formula which is the Q2 minus the Q1 over the Q1 times the P1 over P2 minus the P1. And for the Q1, I put 1,500 units, and Q2 which is the 1,800 units, and the P1 is $800, and the P2 which is the $900, which is the Q is the quantity and the P is the price. So and I'm compile of that and put it in the formula, which is 1,800 minus the 1,500 over the 1,500 times the 800 over the 900s minus the 800s. And the elasticity of the supply, we got a 1.60. And another that I also calculate by using the midpoint formula, which is the Q2 minus the Q1 over the Q2 plus Q1 over 2 over the P2 minus P1 over P2 plus P1 over 2. And I'm using the data from my previous slide that I've mentioned before and put it into this formula, and we got 300s over 1650 over 100s over 850, and we got a 1.55. So the next question is about, in the context of the laptop market scenario, discuss how the technology advancement contribute to the elasticity or inelasticity of supply in the market electronic industry. So between the elasticity or inelasticity, I will discuss about the elasticity supply in the electronic industry. So if a new technology is introduced to the industry, it will make it easier and reducing the cost of the production to produce more of the laptops, and the supply curve will shift to the right, making the supply of laptop more elastic, which means the higher technology advancement, the more price elastic the quantity supply will be. And I believe that most of the company today will use to minimize the cost and to maximize the profit. So that's all from us. Thank you for listening for our presentation, Madam Hanis.